Delighted to be joined by boxing royalty in itself, Mr. Bernard Hopkins, the executioner, the alien. Which one is it today?
All above.
All above.
It started with the executioner, the foundation, of course the alien from 40 to 52, and of course the generation, which was 3 generations, the executioner, the alien, and B-Hop was the last one. That was the seal of the lid on top of the kettle. Great to be here in Saudi Arabia amongst my brothers. I'd like to give the greetings of Assalamu alaikum to all the Muslims out there. And also, thanks to Turkey, His Excellency, bringing boxing back to the forefront of popularity of the sport has been such historic, and to be in a position to witness and be a part of the revival of boxing, to make boxing great again. Boxing has been asleep for a minute, and that minute is over. It's Riyadh season time.
It is. I tell you what, first time I think I met you a few years ago, but when I introduced myself the other day, you made my day because I grew up watching your fights, staying up like 4, 5 a.m. watching the fights from the US. For you to recognize my work and give me a bit of credit, that I can't tell you how much that meant to me. It meant a lot.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, back in the States, in Philadelphia, we got a saying called real recognize real. Real excellency of work, real determination, and asking the right questions without, hesitating to cross the line in a respectful way. That is journalism. When you have that chemistry with someone that you don't know actually, other than what his job is to get some kind of conversation started with you, and you've done that professionally. The word is professionally, and that's something that you can't teach. It has to be earned, it has to be in you.
I love that. Thank you so much for that. It means a lot. You're in Riyadh, first time in Saudi Arabia. Are you surprised by anything? Obviously, we're at the Boulevard World, to give the fans a bit of an idea. Absolutely amazing. I'm trying to think what I can compare this to in the US.
I'm not surprised, but I'm more of proud that Saudi Arabia is not Muslims riding on camels in the desert and don't have any clue as far as enjoying life, enjoying a family, but also keeping intact the religion. And that, to me, witnessing that in real time, to me, it makes me proud as a Muslim from America coming to Saudi Arabia. Yes, things have changed, but everything that you hear and see when you're other places around the world, you have to witness it and get the right knowledge of what it is for real. Saudi Arabia has got the world attention in a different way of entertainment. And it's not just boxing, as you know.
You summed it up nicely there, Bernard. Let's talk about this fight. The main event, stylistically, it's a great fight. Your guy, Zurdo, William Smith, he was at the initial press conference. Both guys are quite respectful, but I think when they get in the ring, there's going to be no respect.
Well, that's part of your dominance as a champion or a contender. To be a champion, both fighters must understand that I'm trying to take something from you, and of course the champion got to be aware that this is how he must keep what he's trying to take from him. So it's basically a fight where either guy, either side, champion or non-champion, they must go in there knowing that it's up to them And if the fights are action-packed, like I'm promising everyone around the world that it will be, then we're going to be in for a good night at Riyadh season in Saudi Arabia. I believe this Latino night, this card, is going to be fantastic and historic. And it's going to be many, many more, I'm hoping, after this night or Saturday night.
On the undercards, a lot of Golden Boy fighters. Anyone that you're thinking we should keep an eye out for that the fans may not know about?
Everybody. Yeah, there's Zurdo, that's the champion, that's the main event, of course. But I see everybody because this card is loaded with talent. This is not a card where some fights, you know it's going to be a walkover just to fill space. And look, every promoter have done that. Every promoter had boxing matches on a loaded card or a boxing card. That's not a huge card that filled in the space and the time. This is not the card. This is not the fight here in Saudi Arabia where every fight matters to either guy, to champion or non-champion. Every match, every challenge is for something. The supremacy of being the best or wanting to be the best. But you have to beat the best to be the best. And that's what this card is about with Latino Night.
100%. What do you think of the vision of His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh to kind of just think of stuff like this, to put something like this together? You've seen the other events he's done over the last few months, and then obviously Latino Night.
That's an easy question to ask. From my perspective, Allah gave him the vision. And Turki Al-Sheikh understands that. And he took that vision, and it wasn't overnight vision. He would tell you that. Yes, it was a process. But if the law brings something to you, and you are a fan of the sport, it's just time. It's not how, it's when. That win is over. It's over. But it just started for boxing here and around the world. Riyadh season.
Just a couple of things I want to ask you, Bernard, away from this event. I spoke to Oscar yesterday and he's had this long back and forth with Eddie Hearn. Eddie said he'll fight for 8 figures. Oscar said yesterday they're fighting for 3. So I want to ask you, like, where do you kind of stand with it all? Because you normally stay quiet, you don't normally get involved in the Oscar and Eddie Hearn thing.
I think Oscar and Eddie Hearns would be a great bonus for any card that we, along with Matchroom Boxing, which is Eddie Hearns, his 4, our 4, Oscar and him maybe the 5, or however the numbers will come up, we'll make it happen. If Oscar said he's ready and he's game, I believe him. And I heard that Eddie Hearns also, matter of fact, said he's open to that conversation, which translates to action. Listen, I think people look at it as being something funny or to talk about, but that could be a really, really interesting 5-on-5. Maybe they did 6. I said maybe the 4, maybe they did 6. I think 6 would be better. And we're gonna take all. Means the reputation and the superiority of who's the best promoter and fighter in boxing.
I think it's pretty obvious who's going to win that fight. Last thing I've got for you, another man on the other side of the world, I think he's a year younger than you, steps back into the ring this Friday night, Iron Mike Tyson. What do you make of it all, and is he going to pull this off? Are we going to see something crazy on Friday night?
Mike Tyson is capable of pulling anything off because he's Mike Tyson, but he's also human and also Father Time. is undefeated. I'm hoping the fight is exciting for people who pay their money and put their interests into a entertainment show. I take back the fight, but it could turn into a fight with Mike Tyson. It's in his blood. If you looked at Mike Tyson from the past and looked at him where he fought Roy Jones in a celebrity or boxing exhibition, you remember that. The instincts of a fighter can never be reduced to playing boxing. You don't play boxing. You play basketball, you play football, you play soccer, you play golf, but you don't play boxing. And that's where it can be dangerous for Jay Paul. I like Mike Tyson.
He's gonna do it for the OGs.
He's gonna do it for the OGs, and I'm definitely in that club.
I hope so too, Bernard. A pleasure speaking to you for the first time, and we'll catch up later in the week. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Now, assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.